How's it hanging, everybody? Welcome to General Hospital Envy, my GH after show. Let's get right into it. First of all, we have Alexis Davis, who is going up to bat for Julian Jerome, which y'all know I'm not pleased about. Alexis pays a visit to Nora Buchanan, aka Olivia Jerome's lawyer, in order to try and reach Olivia Jerome. Basically, Alexis is hoping that Olivia Jerome admits that she was coercing her brother into doing nasty things for her. Nora stands her ground until Alexis puts two and two together and realizes that Valentine Cassadine is the one paying for Nora's services for Olivia Jerome. Oops, totally meant Cassadine. Moving on. I'm not exactly sure why Valentine's doing that for Olivia, and I feel like they may have touched on it when they were all on the show last. I forget, but he's doing it. Basically, Alexis goes to Valentine and says, well, if you don't tell Nora to tell Olivia to recant her statement about Julian, then I'm gonna have to sick Sonny Corinthos on you. Yep, she played the Sonny card so that she could get her ex out of jail. Her overwhelming thirst for Julian's D must be real if she's willing to take back the guy that put a dagger to her throat. Just sipping the tea. Up next, we have Nell, who is bloodthirsty for revenge ever since Nina, of course, fired her last week. But before she seeks that revenge, she decides to try to get a job at the hospital. Her interview with Laura went really well because she avoided saying that she was fired from Crimson instead of just quitting Crimson. Unfortunately for Nell, Lulu was there to tell Laura what really happened, and Nell ditched, but not, of course, before seeing Amy and Nathan talking about Ask Manlanders. As you know, last week she overheard the secret that Amy is actually Ask Manlanders, and now she tries to take revenge and sell the story to the media. And of course, that would put Amy and Nathan and Maxie and even Nina under fire. Now that entire group of people have a lot going on for them at the moment. For one, Nina learned about Valentine's, little situation with Cassandra. She does decide to let bygones be bygones as long as she can work Cassandra herself. So Nina kind of lets Cassandra know some things, like she knows that she is not Cassie White, and she knows that she has a past with Valentine, but she is also deciding to play her like a fiddle. As for Maxie, she finds out that she might be pregnant. Before Maxie is able to find out whether she's pregnant or not, Chet interrupts her. Maxie spills the beans to Chet that Amy is Ask Manlanders, and Amy and Chet have a very emotional scene about it. And then of course they all find out that the story of Amy being Ask Manlanders has been leaked to the media. Alright, now let's talk about the Jasons. Of course they find out that they're twin brothers, but in order to find out who the real Jason is, they need to find Jason's fingerprints. But as you can probably recall, all of Jason's fingerprints were deleted off of the computers due to Helena's movement to try and hide Jake Doe's identity. Do you follow? I don't either. If Jake Doe wasn't Jason Morgan, why would Helena need to get rid of his fingerprints? Hashtag just saying. But no, Steve Burton is Jason. Makes total sense. Anyway, Jason 1.0 had a very emotional reunion with Monica, who now also believes that he is Jason. And that wasn't the only reunion that he had, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Jason 1.0 also found out Ava's role in Morgan's death, and he basically cut ties with her. He ended it in a very classic Jason Morgan kind of way. He said, I owed you, I paid my debt, and now we're done. Now that left Jason 1.0 feeling pretty rough, and he decides to go to the good old footbridge where he runs into Robin Scorpio. Now of course, out of everyone, she would be the most reluctant to believe that he is in fact Jason Morgan. After all, she did see Jason Morgan's original face when she found him at the clinic. Now Robin doesn't seem to have an explanation as to what could have happened, but the person that does seems to be Andre, and Jason 2.0 and the police commissioner are on the road to look for him. Well, of course, Franco also knows who the real Jason is, but he doesn't want to tell because he's afraid that Elizabeth is going to run to either Jason or Jason. And honestly, dude, she probably will. So yes, it was most definitely a wacky week in Port Charles, and the wackiness is going to continue next week. Let me know your thoughts on General Hospital this past week. If you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel if you want to. And I will catch you guys next time.